What do you think about your tutors? Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Ashworth and I'm one of the main teachers on the Creative Arts and Media for the A-levels. I currently teach 3D design and graphics. Today I've got two of my great students here to talk about their time and what they do here at the college. So I'll take it over to the students.
Hi, my name is Naz. I'm 18. I went to Unity College in Burnley and I currently study A-level media.
Hi, my name is Leanne and I went to Blessed Trinity High School and now I'm doing graphics design and fine art.
Brilliant. So I've got a few list of questions here. So start off with, I'll start off with yourself, Naz. What was the motivating factor to choose the A-level you're doing now, so within the film?
When I started college, I was always looking forward to the university, and I've always wanted to do advertising and digital marketing at the university. So choosing media was the right choice for me to kind of begin with something and at the same time learn something which would be useful in the future for me.
Some of the stuff you've been doing, is this kind of stuff that you are now wanting to progress to and into university and possibly a career then?
Yeah. For example, like studying about like social media and how it works would be really useful when doing advertising in the future.
Yeah.
Because it's all in social media now. That's our world we live in.
Yes, yeah, no, definitely. It's how the world has evolved. What about yourself, Leanne?
I've always been a very creative person and really ever since I was little, loved doing little drawing things, anything to get my hands sort of dirty with like painting and things like that. So these creative subjects are definitely going to help me for what I want to do in uni, which is architecture. So I've really enjoyed the course while being on here, being able to get my hands in and do my own sort of creative journey and really work myself through the course, and I've honestly enjoyed my time being here.
Because you've picked two creative subjects that really complement each other, such as you've got your fine art as well as your graphics, so they come hand in hand. Have you found that doing one subject has helped working with the other?
Yeah, because I can integrate like some of my art into my graphics pieces, and also it helps me both think creatively for both of them. I think I can get some ideas out of one subject into the other, and I think they work really well with each other, like combining each thing from each subject.
Yeah, Bill. Do you think this would be as a great stepping stone for like university and in your career pathway?
Yeah, definitely, because the university that I want to go to is like very creative as well. So it's going to help me get to the points that I want to do, and the university really like us doing sort of creative subjects. So I'm really happy that these two subjects are going to help me get to what I want to do in the future. Excellent.
So just continuing from that. So next question, it's talking about skills and knowledge you've learned. So starting with yourself, Leanne, what do you think not what you think you've learned, what have you learned, but what do you think you have learned that will help you for your future career pathway?
It's definitely to persevere. If you to experiment with different things. If I'm not too keen on something that I'm doing, then I can learn from it, experiment from it, and then progress from there. Really, when you're doing like creative subjects, you're doing developments, you're working from one piece, making it better and better. I think it's going to help me in uni to stay to persevere and to keep trying and pushing forward to get to my final outcome.
Are you encouraged to make mistakes?
I feel like with creative subjects, you are going to make mistakes. You're not good at everything, Some mediums I'm like, I don't like using, but, I'm just going to give it a try. Even if I don't like it that much, I can still, learn from that and then try, make something good out of it.
But do you not think that's the beauty about the creative subjects?
Yeah, I do really like making these type of mistakes because then I can learn from them, and there's still art within that.
Yeah, and you'll find that is the kind of perspective we want you to look at, is look at it from different perspectives. Not everything is going to be perfect from the get-go.
Yeah.
You are going to make mistakes, but it's good to make mistakes because it's that learning journey. Yeah. What about yourself, Naz? Because your skill sets are going to be completely different with doing film.
Yeah. On media studies, we mostly concentrate on analysis.
Yes.
So we analyze media like different ways, and in my opinion, it's the most important skill to learn.
Yeah.
Because in the future, as I already said, I'm inspired to do advertising, and when talking about adverts, it's about analyzing what people want, what people need, and in general, like how the world looks like, and what I'm advertising. So in my opinion, that's the beauty about media studies, because you learn how to look at the things from a different perspective, and you learn to read the things from inside.
Yeah, definitely with the film, you've got to be more critical and analytic, reviewing things. Brilliant. Right, so the next question we've got. So this is quite an important one. I'll start with you on this one, Naz. How are you finding your studies here?
I'm at the end of the year 2 now, and I feel like those 2 years were not as scary as many people think. It goes really fast, and I really enjoyed it. Like, this kind of experience is definitely memorable for me.
Good.
And I feel like I've learned a lot of important things.
Yeah.
And I feel like without doing A-levels, I wouldn't be able to do my university course as well as I wouldn't be as prepared as I am, because I feel I am prepared.
Good.
And I feel like those 2 years were really important for my future.
Do you feel you're ready for the next step though?
Yes.
Excellent. That means we've done our job. What about yourself, Leanne?
I feel like these 2 years have absolutely flown by, and I think it's because I've just enjoyed my time being here. I think being here has made me a lot more confident than I was in high school than I am now. Being able to make new friends and then a new fresh start, which was what I really needed. So it's definitely helped me. These 2 years have been such a fun experience with all my tutors, my friends and everything like that.
Because one of the most interesting things that I've noticed, you both studied at Burnley School, so what made you come to over the tops, come to our outstanding college?
I feel like when I came here, the tutors were just so welcoming and made me feel great, and the creative subjects here just looked a lot more hands-on, and I feel like the college was a lot more friendlier here.
Yeah, good. What about yourself?
I had a couple of things, a couple of reasons why I chose this college. The main one was obviously the subject I chose, because media is even though it's not my only subject, it's the main one. I feel like media is my main subject. And this college has it the way I wanted it to be. So that was a very a breaking point when choosing a college. But I guess the other thing that made me choose this college was how well it's reviewed, and as far as I know, it's 20 years of being outstanding, which is very.
I don't think it's been I've heard of. I don't know if there's any other colleges around this country.
That's what I mean. I haven't heard of any other college being having an outstanding status for such a long period. So even though commuting was difficult at first, I feel like I made the right choice about choosing this college.
Just goes to show we're doing our job right here then. So. Now then, what do you think about your tutors? Be honest. Do you feel like every single tutor, not just your creative, but all your tutors, because you're all doing different subjects on top of your creative, do your tutors offer the support that you feel you need?
Do you think?
You can go first.
Okay, yeah, so it's that's quite a scary question for some of us.
Yeah, I am looking at you.
Yeah. So he's not my tutor though, so I shouldn't be really afraid about it. But in the last 2 years I've had a lot of teachers, and having an experience in studying in other countries as well. I feel like the UK, and specifically this college, does a very good job with choosing the right people to work here. I feel like I got a lot of support from my tutors. I had a lot of situations when I really needed it, and I always get a support from my tutor. And what's really good about this college, it's not as big So
Yeah.
it's not a big college. So tutors have a chance to give you more time than another college.
Yeah.
Like the college in my like that could, like for example, like a tutor, like on my media class, our teacher gets a chance to talk to every single one of us and help
Yeah.
us with our courseworks. So I feel like the support I get is enormous.
Oh, good, good. What about yourself, Leanne?
I feel like the tutors are helpful. They do give you like hand-on support if you need it, and like always encourage you to push, and like they open like workshops if you need, that extra time to sort of expand on your project and put in more time to it. And I think they also give really good like constructive criticism. Like if they don't like something, they'll be straight up with you, but it's a good thing,
Yeah.
It's something you can change to help you. And it's really going to help when you go to university, because you're going to have that constructive criticism if you are going to be doing a creative subject at university itself.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Even when you get qualified, you might get to the stage in further down the line where you are in charge of your own department, and you've got to give that feedback. Like, so learning how to give it as well as take that feedback, it's crucial. Like, so it's good to see that you're picking up on the why constructive criticism is important. Right, not many more questions left. So I'll start with you on this one, Leanne.
Mm-hmm.
After college, so now we're thinking just a bit further down the line. So obviously university, we'll start off with that. So have you applied for university?
Yes.
Have you been accepted?
Yeah, so I am waiting on one more offer, which is Manchester.
Yeah.
But I got accepted into York. And
Excellent.
I really liked York. It was really good, and being there was like, I had a whole interview process. They were really offering so much, especially they were going to give a placement year, which is fully funded in Europe. And I was like, oh wow, that's really like sort of sold me. And the group is around 45 people, so it's not that many people. So I feel like it'll give me more chance to have that personal time with a tutor and professor, and then also get to know like the small group that I'm going to be in.
Such a beautiful city as well as
Yeah,
York,
it is
especially
really
if you're doing
beautiful.
art and design.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much heritage there for you to
Yes.
go and look at and be inspired by. It'd be a brilliant choice. That. What about yourself, Naz?
I myself got an unconditional offer from Northampton.
Unconditional?
Yeah,
That's-
Northampton University, and that's where I'm going to. I haven't actually been there yet.
Yeah.
I really want to. I think traveling there is quite challenging. Trains always getting cancelled, but that's another story. So I didn't really get a chance to go there yet. I'm planning to do it in April, but as for now, same thing. University is not as big. My group is not going to be as huge as it would be in something like a Manchester University or something like a Bristol University or like one of the bigger ones. So I would get this personal support from the tutor. And as I've already said, I'm planning to do advertising and digital marketing, which is quite a niche course. So I believe that I've chosen the right one.
Yeah, no, I got. It's one thing I keep picking up on what you're saying though. So with not having two big groups here, you do get that more interpersonal tuition, teaching. If
Yes.
I can put my teeth back in and say that correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. As a tutor, I feel that's important because we can give that crucial one-to-one feedback or that crucial one-to-one support if you are not getting a technique or tool right within that certain software, or it might be a camera skill that you need to be able to so we can sit with you and help you find. So it's good that you keep picking up on that, and it's kind of like how it's branching out to the next part of your journey. You still want that more interpersonal support. So good. So it shows the kind of experience you've been given with us here, and it's a positive one. So Leanne, what career is it you are actually aspiring for then?
I'm aspiring to be an architect.
Architecture. Wow, that's
Because I've always had like this love for sort of exterior buildings and things like that. I think that's definitely sparked when I went on a trip to Thailand, and I was seeing like these temples which were just like magnificent.
Yeah.
Really, that sort of all these intricate designs really sparked me, and I was like, wow, this is like so beautiful. And I did more research on it, really getting to know why they've done this, why they placed it, why they use these colours. So I've definitely been sparked to do that at a younger age, and then it also just fits well with the creative subjects I'm doing now. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what university and this college could get me to do.
Yeah, brilliant. What about yourself then, Naz? So you mentioned more marketing and social media.
Like at first, like when I was a bit younger, I thought marketing as a subject, like in general, was my inspiration, because my mom is in marketing.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to see how it works, how like all the media trends and stuff. So I thought marketing in general, like as a subject, was the thing I wanted to do. But then it narrowed down to advertising, because I feel like marketing, like advertising, like is like we're surrounded by all of those like billboards, Google ads and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like in such world, it's really important to understand all of those things, to not be tricked, but at the same time to be able to use them properly.
It's a strange platform with social media. We're reliant on it so much, and you get so much information out of it. But then, like you said, with it, it's like, you know, you can't always believe what you read, kind of thing. Like, but
Yeah.
I mean, when you go into marketing, it's kind of like you are giving that information out. So it's
Yeah.
how it's done.
Also, like social media and like adverts specifically, they are used to control us. Like you're not
Yeah.
like not gonna. I'm not saying about propaganda or anything. I'm like,
Yeah,
but
no.
like you can call it that, because basically like we're being controlled into wanting something.
Yeah.
So I feel like having this power of looking at that from like a third person view, like basically knowing what they want, like what adverts are aimed for, knowing what marketing is aimed for,
Yeah, trends
is giving
and
me
all that,
a
yeah.
force to control it
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, from a positive perspective.
From a positive
Yeah.
perspective,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Right, we have just 2 more questions, and then we're done and dusted. So, you probably have really touched up on this next one. So, what support have you received from the college to achieve your dreams? So, I'll start with yourself, Naz.
I guess one of the more important ones was a bursary for me,
Yeah.
because I am a refugee and I live independently from my parents. So given this, it's not like given this. I'm not giving like financial support in the way, like in a conventional way of like college giving me money. What I
Yeah.
mean is the bus pass and free meals were really important for me.
Yeah.
Were really helpful for me,
Yeah.
because it's a lot of money I'm saving and a lot of money that I can spend on other necessities,
Yeah.
like food or like my flat. So this kind of support from college was really important for me personally, and I'm really glad I'm given such an opportunity, because it would be more like, because I can like knowing that I can eat at college, I can have a meal at college, is making my college life kind of easier, because
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it. And also like traveling to college itself, I don't have to worry about it, because I know that college is supporting me with that bus pass.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been here myself 14 going on 15 years, and it's one thing the college has always prided themselves on is, one, we'll always give students the means to get to the college, and 2 is we'll always try and feed the students like that. So we do offer free breakfasts, and obviously if you're on the bursary you get your free dinners, but like you say, it does make a hell of a difference for you.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
yeah, so and we've got such a great student services down there. You know, they will try and help you with all your needs. What about yourself, Leanne?
Mine's also bursary, so
Yeah.
it's really helped me out a lot. Like, obviously with art, like, you have to pay for like a consumable fee, which you get all the equipment, and the bursary has helped me cover that, so I can use like all the materials, everything like that, anything I need, like they have. And same goes for graphics, you know, like with the printing, things like that, it's all covered with my bursary. So the bursary has like overall helped me.
Yeah.
Also getting the college bus in the morning and then coming home, like that's helped me, you know, travel from here and there. So the bursary has been overly helpful with the support of my subjects.
Yeah, it is an essential part of I'd say college life, especially, you know, it's that little bit additional help,
yeah.
and it can take a lot of pressure off, you know, your home lives and everything. So brilliant.
I can adopt on that. Like, for example, like the trips we go to.
Yeah.
Like for a student like me, it would be very problematic to afford a trip to a city like York with my media group.
Yeah.
Well, because I had this bursary, I could go and I could spend some time with my mates, and I could enjoy the experience the same as my teammates, I would call them.
Yeah,
Like,
well, no, the social element of college life and university life is also part and parcel of being a student. You know, yeah, you've got to embrace, you know, hard work within the classroom, but also, you know, the fun stuff like going out on trips. Like, because did you go to the Aesthetica trip in York?
Yeah.
That was a good.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Yes, I
good
really
trip.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Was it last year? I guess it was.
Yeah, it'd have been this year. Yeah. What about in terms of if your teachers see that you're struggling, what kind of support will the tutors identify and put in place for you?
We are always given workshops.
Yeah.
So like that's the main thing. Every subject has its like specific workshop for it, and the times are either personalized. So for example, there can be a couple of them which we can visit according to our timetable when we're free or not. Or if the subject has only one workshop, it's definitely going to be something like a lunchtime.
Yeah.
A universal time for everybody to visit. So yeah, workshops are probably the main force for us to catch up with the studies.
Yeah. Do you find the open door policy that we have when the creative subjects helps as well, where you can just drop in if you're free and have a loose end and there's a spare computer? You find that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There was a period of time when I didn't have my own device, so I would use college laptop, or I would just drop in my media class and use the iMacs we've got there.
Yeah.
Which are, by the way, the best machinery for a creative subject.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so that's definitely helped. Now I could, even though I can afford my own device, I would still use them for some of the other work I need to do, just not to carry it or something. So yeah, those are very useful, and I'm glad we have them.
Yeah, brilliant. What about yourself, Leanne?
I feel like the workshops have really helped, and like Rick as well, when he would do like open door, just like even if he has a lesson, like, you know, pop in if you need to do work, you know, there's always room for you to do work. Like there's never a time where you don't where it's like not free and you can just go in there and do work, which I think is like been really helpful with catching up with everything as well.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely valid time. So it's like I've always opened and welcomed. It's something that we've always done. Like I said, I've been here 14 years, and it's always been like common practice, especially the creative subjects. If you're not working and in class and you don't want to be down and socialising with your friends, you're at a loose end, come and sit in a classroom. If there's a spare computer there, definitely get in. And it's that extra little time and support we can give can make a hell of a difference towards your end results.
I would really love to add on something as well. Like you just said, there is a lot of space for students, and this college is really good with providing us with the free space for everything, like socializing. We've got a lot of place in our like where to eat on our lunchtime, and obviously computers. Like teacher will always provide you with a room where to study, so there will always be a silent room for you to go to and study peacefully.
Oh, good. Right, the last question. So you've got to think now. you are the candle bearers. So this is obviously your last year, and you're going to be going on to pastures new into your next step of your careers. So if you could give anyone from year 11 who's thinking about coming to a college, what advice could you give them? So I'll start with you, Leanne.
I'd definitely say work hard, keep pushing, keep trying, and try your best no matter what. Even if, on your bad days, try picking yourself up. Really just making sure that you're going to be staying, persistent, because college is obviously a little bit step higher than high school. You're constantly doing work, if you're going to do a creative subject, you're always going to have coursework to do. You're never not going to have any homework, if you get me. You've always got something to do, so it's definitely just be resilient and always try your best. And that's what I'd definitely say in year 11, always try your best.
What about yourself, Naz?
Yeah, I would agree on that. That you really need to study hard, but also I feel like you need to study hard but reasonable. Like time management is really important here, because even though it's college, you get this free time. You don't usually. I mean, most of us. I'm not sure about most of us. Some of us go to college 5 days a week. It's not 9 till 4. You won't have 9 till 4 every day of the week. It will be either 4 days a week, or you'll have times when you get to college by 1 o'clock and you'll have gaps in between your lessons. So what I would recommend is really use these gaps to study. And if you do it properly, you won't have to study at home. You can have your weekends for you. You can have the time off college for yourself, which is very important to rest. Resting is quite important as well, because that was my mistake on the first year. I overworked myself because I didn't do my time management well. I was too stressed, almost dropped off college, but obviously I'm still here. I'm fine. I'm good. And yeah, time management is very important aspect of education, because college will be hard. It will be hard, but not to the extent of you not being able to manage it if you time manage yourself properly. Sorry for the repetition.
No, brilliant. No, these are the kind of things that we want, because as being a grown adult, I've had life experiences. I know how to handle that. So it's just the experiences you've had, positive and sometimes a little bit negative. But you say you get through it because it's resilience, etc. As a final note, a full stop in today's session. If you could, again, just for year 11, why pick this college then? Just summarise what you would think would sell this college to someone who's contemplating picking a college.
You're going to have more attention, especially if you're going to do a creative subject. There's not that many people in my class. The tutors are lovely. You never be afraid to speak to them. They're always friendly, things like that. And I feel like the people here, they're honestly so nice, really easy to talk to. Even as someone who's quite antisocial, I'm still able to pick up a conversation with my tutors because they're just so open and free. I think that's what makes this college not as scary as the ones. It's not as big. It's a lot more friendly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really I do agree with it. With the friendliness of people here, both working and studying here, and I feel like if you're a student who lives nearby or even just in this area, this is a no-brainer. Just go to this college. If you live a bit further, just think about it. You will spend this hour, it might be hour and a half traveling here, but you've got you've got the time to travel here, and the experience you'll get here is much more important than those hour and a half of traveling that I used to spend personally to get here. So I feel like this college is definitely the best in the area, and people need to go for an open day, see this college themselves, and if they like it, and they will, come and study here.
I think that's it. I think you've heard everything that needs to be said. So I'd like to say thank you to Naz and Leanne for giving up the time just to talk to me. If you do want any more information, just obviously get in touch with the college itself. Just go onto our website, Nelson and Colne College. Just get in touch. Thank you very much. See you later.